Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Michigan's offense will go to work first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways. And Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Now they're going to throw it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will get the ball for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best.
He's loose on the right. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as it gets him down at the 37.
Generate explosive plays by running the football. You got to force-feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game-changer.
The Nittany Lions, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the ground. He's got it again.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on 2nd down. The screen, he can go. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grab behind the line. It's Van Dyke. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. They'll move the tight end. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Wolverines are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Got his man. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Trying play action. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Wolverines getting set on first and 10. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. They'll go right back to the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Notre Dame is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far in South Bend. They're up by a field goal over Kansas State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The play action fake. Here's a heat. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On his way from around the 50. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, here come those maize and blue wings Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on second down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Quickly to the tight end. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. Looking to throw on first down. He's got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Off the play fake. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide out level noise. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the running back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. He's got it again. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. A first down run in the red zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football. Now they face third down. They'll run play action. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Michigan! A great catch and run for 6. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they covered 42 yards on the drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Takes a hit as he fires. Got his man downfield. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle. It's carry on. Great move. Now he's got room. Touchdown, Penn State. Once he got some room, it was over. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Nice move to pick up yardage. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with them.
These old girders are rocking on third down here at Beaver Stadium. Under fire. The throw. Got his man. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Wolverines are on the move. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Using the quick game. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Tight end now in motion. To the ground with the back. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Here's the handoff. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Got his man on the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Wolverines didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They're going back to the ground. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Rutgers proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Scarlet Knights team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass on second down. Throwing right. Found a seam. It's a running room. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Van Dyke. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, he'll throw it. A little release to the back. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Absolutely perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Wolverines decide to run it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's the shuffle pass. It's complete. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback now breaking the field.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. Here's the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got it. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Sends it back in motion. To the air on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Makes the catch. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. The kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Happy Valley. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Beaver Stadium.
The Wolverines will kick it away to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the grab. It's Van Dyke. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Under fire. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. And the Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end.
I tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll try to run for it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Hunt is on its way. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. They'll go to the ground. And I think they'll mark him right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't help much with the breathing room, but on the upside, they avoided the safety. They'll leave it with him. And they don't pick up anything right there, but at least they avoid getting tackled in their own end zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Last 2 runs got a big fat nothing. Let's see if they try to go up top on 3rd and 10. Going with the ground game left. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. The Nittany Lions come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Quickly out to the tight end.
I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Nittany Lions are marching down the field. From the shotgun, the inside give. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Makes the grab over the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Grabbed over the middle. It's Van Dyke. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun to give, looking for room. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Quarterback empties his backfield. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. They are getting deep into the playbook. 11th play of the drive. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Minnesota has opened up a can, and the result is what's shaping up to be one of the more lopsided affairs of the entire day. They're up 14 over Nebraska.
They'll start this drive with a pass.
We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Still on his feet at the 45. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man quickly.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation, and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
The Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Caught behind the line. It's Van Dyke. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got his man on the right. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. On the run, it's Van Dyke. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's got the back in the middle. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He'll throw it. Pulls it in. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. To the air on 2nd down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Gonna look downfield again. Rushes on him. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Absolutely perfect. This is now a 7-point game. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to the well. Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're working that left side. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wolverines have their offense in high gear. To the air on first down. Complete. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll give it to the back. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. The decimal meter's about to explode. One of the great environments. Wide out level noise. Quickly complete. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. And the Wolverines look to do some damage in the red zone. They'll run the option. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. There's the pressure. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make them.
Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
It's caught. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down after the rare drop from this dude. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They want that clock to run. Jukes his way for more. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Third down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a third and long from the 27. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Michigan. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Minnesota is currently rowing the boat right now, and this is shaping up to be a blowout to remember. They're up by 24 over Nebraska. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Looking to throw again. Going for it all. Snags it. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And here they come, almost all the way back.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick.
And how about that? They pull out the onside kick. They're able to get it down 3 here in the fourth quarter. They're in great position right now to at least tie this game.
Get it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Back to pass on second down. Quick strike complete. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Trying to do it on the ground. Makes a man miss. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his back in the middle. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game. This to tie things up in the final minute. It's good. The final grains of sand were about to disappear from the hourglass, and just in the nick of time, they tie it up.
And the late game execution worked to perfection. Moving the ball down the field, getting your kicker in a spot. You know exactly where he likes to kick it from. He drives it through. We're tied up, and we're headed to overtime.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. The gift to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Here comes 1st and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines! They jump on top here in OT.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Buys a little time. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The Nittany Lions are threatening in the red zone. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Now on 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Gets the back moving. He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.